In case you've been sleeping under a rock, Foolish Baseball dropped his Foolish 50. That's his top 50 player rankings in Major League Baseball for the upcoming season. Now, me and him do the rankings a little bit differently, but we both do top 50 players going into the season. So I'm going to go ahead and take a look at his Foolish 50, react and give you my opinion on it, and compare it to my rankings. I don't want to take away anything from Foolish Baseball here, so make sure you check out his video. It's on his second channel, Foolish Bailey. He is so close to 100. I'd love to be part of the reason why he gets there, so make sure you subscribe to Foolish Bailey. Don't even worry about my channel at this point. And seriously, just go show him all the love you can. Watch his video. He gives amazing explanations. But first, I want to give a quick shout out to today's sponsor, Ridge. Baseball is back, and it's time your old wallet gets an upgrade. Ridge has matching wallets and key cases for your favorite MLB team now available. I switched from my old bulky leather wallet to the Ridge wallet, and let me tell you, it's made a huge difference. I love that I can fit all my cards and IDs and whatever I need in the Ridge wallet, and it's so much less bulky. It fits in my front pocket. It is so much smaller and so much lighter than this big bulky leather one. It's an absolute no-brainer to have one of these. You can fit this with 12 cards along with cash in your front pocket with ease. Also, the Ridge wallet is crazy durable. It's made from premium materials such as titanium, aluminum, and carbon fiber, providing excellent protection while remaining really lightweight and comfortable to carry. Ridge wallets also feature RFD blocking materials to keep all your information and cards safe. So while your favorite squad might fail you this season, Ridge wallets and key cases are backed by a lifetime warranty and a 99-day risk-free trial. So save up to 40% off Ridge products right now by clicking my link in the description or going to ridge.com/GNM. Thank you to Ridge for sponsoring today's video. So getting the Foolish 50 started at number 50, he's got Jackson Chourio. Now, I had Chourio at 43. I love this. I think Chourio's a really good player going into the 2023 season. I'm glad to see that Bailey agrees as well. The dude is going to pop off in Milwaukee. I actually am shocked that we both have him behind MLB Network, but I guess we'll see where that changes as we move on. At number 49, Foolish went with Cole Reagans. I didn't have him on the top 50. He was a borderline choice for me. He's a top 10 pitcher in the game. I think Cole Reagans is awesome. I think if I remember in the past, me and Foolish disagree a lot in terms of top 50 rankings just based on pitching. He goes a lot more pitching. I'm a lot more hitter heavy. But again, this one's not crazy by any means. MLB Network had him at 43. Okay, so here's the biggest one that we've had so far that's a difference through the first three players. He has Jarren Duran coming in at number 48. I had Jarren Duran at number 26, which is very close to the MLB Network ranking, which doesn't make me feel great. Duran definitely could take a step back this year. There's probably some regression due in his game. I mean, he was unbelievable in 2024, but I've always been a huge Jarren Duran guy, so that's probably part of the reason why I have him a little bit higher. Foolish has him at number 48 again. I'm glad he still thinks he's a top 50 player, though, but this is definitely probably going to be one of the biggest differences we had, if I have to guess. Wow, would you look at this? At number 47, we both have Carlos Correa. Love that. Chef's kiss. Way to go. At number 46, he had Logan Webb. I know I did not have Logan Webb in my top 50. I had him actually towards the back end of my top 30 pitcher rankings. He just doesn't do the things that I prioritize in my top pitchers of the game. That being said, Logan Webb's a stud. I don't think there's a problem having him in the top 50 here. It's just what I look for in pitching is a little bit different than what Logan Webb does. Doesn't mean he's not valuable. Honestly, might even be a terrible take by me. I might be like stupid. Number 45, Alex Bregman. I had Alex Bregman at number 50. Great spot. I think he's going to pop off in Boston, and I know that Foolish does as well. Number 44, Brent Rooker. Yes, I love to see that you put him in the top 50. I had him at number 41. Sometimes DHs get lost in the shuffle, but I'm glad to see you think he's a top 50 player. Didn't Foolish have a tweet like last year where he almost made a joke about Brent Rooker hitting for a high average in the rendering of the Vegas A's stadium tweet? I mean, he wasn't wrong. Who saw Brent Rooker hitting like 290 last year? Not me. Top 50 player, love it. Number 43, he had Marcus Semien. I know he was not in my top 50. I'm a little down on Marcus Semien. It just felt like last year was the first time that he felt like a true compiler, a guy that just has more value in the grand scheme of team building, but maybe isn't a top 50 player in Major League Baseball anymore. And yeah, he dropped him down about 20 spots in his rankings. He dropped a lot in mine too. Number 42, Manny Machado. I had him at number 36. I will say it is so funny to see how similar and how close we are in a lot of these players, even though that me and Foolish definitely look at players and baseball a little bit differently. MLB Network, a little far off from both of us, though, at number 29. Okay, a little bit of the opposite of what I do on my channel. Foolish, not being biased, he has Chris Sale at number 41. I had Chris Sale at number 31 on my list. I think the injuries are definitely a concern going into the 2025 season, and I do believe that Foolish takes into account what the war is going to be for the upcoming years to where he ranks these guys. MLB Network had him at 20, so we each were about 10 away from each other, which is super interesting. These rankings are always so much fun to compare. Okay, so for the top 40, he has Wyatt Langford at the number 40 spot. And this is another difference I think that we have. I don't do a whole lot of projecting on my top 50 players list. I kind of do like what we've seen, and I just feel like they're going to repeat it. Wyatt Langford's a guy who I think by the end of the year could honestly be a top 25 player in the league. I think he's going to pop off this year. He did amazing stuff in the second half. So this is where I'm going to miss, but I like where Foolish ranked him here at number 40 because I do think this year he will be in my top 50 for the 2026 rankings. I'm a little more reactive than proactive in terms of my rankings. Okay, so Foolish had Adley at number 39. I did not have Adley in my top 50 players. He did not look good in 2024. I was a little concerned, especially because of how much he plays. The Orioles play this guy almost every single day. The offensive numbers struggled a lot, and while his defense is still great, and I do think Adley is a great player, I want to see him bounce back a little bit before I consider him a top 50 player right now, when we do have some other catchers that just were better the last couple seasons. At number 38, he went with Riley Green. I went Riley Green at number 45. I think if you put him in a different park, Riley Green is even higher. Detroit scares me. Comerica is just not a great hitting park. Riley Green, though, such a stud. Another non-biased pick by Foolish Baseball here. The Met fan has the Brave guy ranked higher. The Braves guy has him ranked lower. He had Matt Olson at 37. I had him at number 32. Wow, very close on this one. Foolish had Blake Snell at 36. I had him at 33, and I really do think by the end of the year with a healthy season, Blake Snell could be a top 25 player. He's just so good when he pitches. He just doesn't do it enough. That's the only problem with Blake Snell ever. Foolish went with Trey Turner at 35. I put him at number 30. Very, very close on that. I think Trey Turner is starting to become less of the player that he once was, but those are also my famous last words. He's probably going to pop off this year. He's still very good. He's just not that MVP candidate player that he once was. At least that's what I think. Okay, we continue the trend of being about 5 off. He went Corbin Burns at number 34. I put him at number 29. Wow, another near miss here. He had Rafael Devers at number 33. I had Devers at 34. I mean, great minds think alike. And to think that you guys shit on my rankings, and then this happens, I feel so validated. Number 32, Foolish went with Jacob deGrom. I put him down at number 48, a sign of me not being biased this time. I mean, we all know that Jacob deGrom, when healthy, is going to be one of the best pitchers, if not the best pitcher in Major League Baseball. He just hasn't done it in a while. That's why I bumped him down, but still felt like he deserved to be in top 50. I love the deGrom love. I'm super high on the Rangers this year, as you guys know. At number 31, he had Matt Chapman. I had him at number 38, so a difference of about 7 there. That's just, I feel like I obviously prioritize hitting more than I do defense. We've seen that over the years with me. I'm a bat first guy. I think Foolish Baseball, probably a more level-headed take, taking the more well-rounded player to Matt Chapman higher. Okay, so here's one of our biggest disagreements. He has Elly De La Cruz at number 30. I have Elly De La Cruz at number 15. Now, granted, I think it's because I'm obsessed with the type of player Elly De La Cruz is. I just see what he can do on a baseball field, and there are very few people that have ever played the game of baseball that can accomplish the things that Elly De La Cruz has done. So I had him at 15. I'm an Elly stan. I'm a fanboy. 30 is probably more realistic. I mean, he struck out 200 times last year. There's definitely concerns with his game. At number 29, he went with big dumper Cal Raleigh. I have him at number 27. That's fantastically close. Number 28, Foolish went with Corbin Carroll. I had Corbin Carroll at number 35. If you look at his second half numbers, Corbin Carroll was spectacular. The first half, he was dealing with a shoulder injury. Usually takes about a year to get over that shoulder injury he had. If he continues like he was in the second half, he's going to go back to being a borderline top 10 player in Major League Baseball. At number 27, William Contreras. I had him at number 22. This continues the trend of we are a lot of the times 5 spots away from each other. Right in the same range. I tend to go the guys higher, I feel like. Foolish goes a little bit lower, but it changes depending on what position and what kind of player they are. William Contreras, though, solid spot. At number 26, he had Logan Gilbert. I did not rank Logan Gilbert. Again, I am very, very finicky about my pitchers. I think Logan Gilbert is a borderline top 10 guy. That's not good enough to crack the top 50. In my opinion, 26 is super, super aggressive. I got to imagine he loves what Logan Gilbert's been able to do over the last few years. He just keeps getting better and better. And his stuff is pretty disgusting. Number 25, Mike Trout. I put Mike Trout at number 24. I got to imagine the reasonings are almost exactly the same of that when he plays, he's amazing. He doesn't play very often. Can't keep him outside the top 25. It feels sacrilegious. It feels disrespectful, honestly. I've seen some crazy rankings recently, like Bleacher Report making him, again, I think the 9th rated right fielder in Major League Baseball. That's just brain dead. You can't have those takes out there on the internet. Number 24, he went Garrett Crochet. I had Garrett Crochet at number 25. I mean, again, shockingly similar spots. I think Crochet is going to just go off in Boston. The dude's so good. Have you seen his spring training numbers? They're out of this this world. Number 23, he went Austin Riley. I dropped Austin Riley quite a bit in my rankings. I put him down at number 37. I know that Austin Riley had a down year, and I'm a big fan of his, but because of that step back, it just kind of changed my ceiling. Like, is he a true MVP candidate every single year like we saw for a bit? Probably, but also I have to hate the Braves a little bit at some point. Maybe I was a little too aggressive with dropping him. He's probably closer to that 30 range, let's be honest. Like, I probably should have taken Austin Riley over Matt Olson, over Rafael Devers. I don't know. We'll see. Number 22, he goes with Julio Rodriguez. I had him at number 23. Just, he has to do it. This is the year. He has to step up. He's going to either be a great player who's an all-star, or he can be that MVP, change of franchise type guy. I want to see Julio get there again. Wow, okay. At number 21, he went with Ronald Acuna Jr. Again, I think this is because projecting out for the season, war stuff, we know Acuna's going to miss at least a month. I put Ronald Acuna Jr. at 7. That's just because I'm not projecting again. This is just like sheer talent. Who do I think's the best? I think he's a top 10 player, and I bet you he'd agree with me too. This just surely has to do with the fact that he's going to miss some time this year. Getting the top 20 started at number 20, went Ketel Marte. I got Ketel Marte at 11. I am a Ketel Marte stan. I feel like I have been pumping this dude's tires for a long, long time, especially ever since he got to Arizona. I'm a Ketel Marte truther. I feel like people kind of are underplaying the fact that he was going pretty close to even with Shohei Ohtani until he got that injury. Like, Shohei was going to win it. He put up a crazy year, but Ketel Marte was doing ridiculous stuff in Arizona. And he plays pretty good second base too. I love Ketel Marte, but again, 11 to 20 range, it's all pretty much the same. It's up to preference at that point. Number 19, he went Fernando Tatis Jr. I had him at number 21. I felt so dirty putting him outside the top 20, but to be honest, his year last season was just kind of mediocre for his standards. He was still phenomenal. He just wasn't that MVP caliber player that we're waiting to see again. At number 18, he had Zach Wheeler. I have him at number 16. He's my National League Cy Young Award winner pick. I think he is somehow still one of the most underrated pitchers in baseball. Like, this guy is just so damn good. Everybody knows he's one of the best, but he's maybe the best right now in baseball. I don't know. He's ridiculous. Whoa. Number 17, Jackson Merrill. Wow, I did not see that one coming. I had Jackson Merrill at number 39. The thing that makes Jackson Merrill so volatile is the fact that similarly to Michael Harris, he has that kind of play where he doesn't take a lot of pitches. He will chase a bit. He doesn't walk, but he also doesn't strike out when he makes contact. It's elite contact, and he plays a great center field. I wanted to see a little more for Jackson Merrill. I get concerned when I see a 14th percentile chase rate, but then the rest of the numbers are so amazing, so it's like, who cares? And this is at 21 years old. Jackson Merrill's a stud, but I definitely was a little more cautious on Merrill. Foolish. Number 17, crazy aggressive, but I kind of love it. Number 16, Mookie Betts. Wow, I had Mookie Betts at number 6. I think he's a top 10 player in baseball, regardless of the position he plays, wherever he is. That one is a bit surprising to me. I got to imagine it's because, again, projecting out the WAR, he's going to be a poor defensive shortstop, so he won't be technically as valuable. He won't maybe be the 6th most valuable player in terms of WAR. Number 15, he went with Bryce Harper. I put Bryce Harper at number 18, which it always feels so dirty to put him down here, but at the first base position, the value just isn't as high as when he played the outfield, but offensively, he's still one of the best hitters in the game. Number 14, he went Paul Skeens. I went number 20, and again, I think that's just simply on the fact that I kind of temper my expectations with pitchers a little bit. I'm such a big Paul Skeens fan. I just think that Zach Wheeler, with all that track record and everything, I'm still giving him the slight edge, even though Skeens definitely has the better stuff. Number 13, he went with Freddie Freeman. Where did I put Freeman? I put Freeman at number 19. We now know that he's not going to play as much this season. I know Foolish's rankings were done before I think a lot of that news came out. Freeman's not going to play day games after night games. He's going to be on a little bit of load management, taking a page out of the NBA's book. But yeah, Freddie's clearly a top 20 player in the league. He's still so dang good. Number 12, Jose Ramirez. I had him at number 10. I got to fight for Jose Ramirez being a top 10 player every single year. I won't stop doing it. I can't stop doing it. Number 10 for me. Number 11, Tarek Skubal. I had him at number 13. I think he is the best pitcher in baseball right now. What he did last year with the Tigers was incredible. I never have pitchers inside my top 10, very, very rarely. I think I put DeGrom, and it's because he was a different freak. I don't think there's a single pitcher he could rank ahead of him, so 11 and 13 for our top pitchers, about the same spot. For his top 10, he went Vlad Jr. at number 10. Wow, okay, I went at number 17. I think with another season, Vlad Jr. is obviously a top 10 player. The offensive production he had last year was unbelievable, but we had seen a couple seasons of mediocre play for his standards before that. It depends what Vlad we see. The talent is obviously top 10 in baseball. The production sometimes hasn't matched it. Number 9, he had Kyle Tucker. I had him at number 8. Love to see that. I couldn't agree more. Kyle Tucker's awesome. I think Chicago's maybe not the best place just because he's missing out on the very, very friendly hitter part Park in Houston, but I could see maybe the wind helping him a little bit, and those gaps, they're going to be favorable to him. Number 8, he went with Corey Seager. I had Corey Seager at number 12. Seager played great defense last year. That's a huge addition to his game. If he can have that defense plus that bat, he is a top 10 player without a doubt. At number 7, he went with Yordan Alvarez. Wow, so did MLB Network, and that's also where he ranked him last year. I put Yordan at number 14 again. Being a DH, not named Shohei Ohtani, is different. I think in terms of pure hitters, he's probably one of the 5 best pure hitters in Major League Baseball, but playing the DH position is always so weird. I feel like I have a hard time putting those guys in the top 10 sometimes, and maybe that's on me. Number 6, he went with Gunnar Henderson. I had him at number 5. One of our biggest jumps up across the board for everybody, I think, on these rankings. Gunnar really took a crazy step forward last year. Sucks that he's injured right now, but when he comes back, MVP candidate. Wow, number 5, Francisco Lindor. Yes, I love to see the Francisco Lindor truthers. I put Lindor at number 9. I just didn't want to put him ahead of guys like Kyle Tucker and Mookie Betts and Ronald Acuna Jr. just because I do think they are better players, but I love to see Francisco Lindor on here. Elite shortstop defense, fantastic at the plate. There's nothing you don't like about his game. He is a stud, and that's always with an incredibly bad April. The guy stinks to start the year, and then he turns it into an all-star MVP caliber season every single year. Love Francisco Lindor. Love to see this too. Look at this. 2 Mets inside of Foolish Baseball's top 50. Love to see it. Juan Soto at number 4. That's exactly where I had him. I feel like this top 4 is pretty much set in stone. I got a feeling that Bobby Witt's going to be number 3, and then I'm going to say he's going to put Ohtani 1, Judge 2. I flipped those 2, but that was just simply because I'm like, well, Ohtani doesn't play the field. And again, I don't think he's going to pitch this year. I really don't. Not because of injury, just don't think they need him to. So let's see. At number 3, Foolish Baseball ended up going with Bobby Witt Jr. Yup, exact same spot as me. One of the best players we've seen in a very, very long time. It's a shame for Bobby Witt Jr. that Ohtani and Judge exist, because without that, he is clearly the best player in baseball. And I don't think Soto's even necessarily that close. Soto offensively is better, but Bobby Witt Jr.'s bat is not too far behind, and defensively, I mean, come on. At that shortstop position, he's ridiculous. Soto barely plays right field. And I was correct. At number 2, he put Aaron Judge, which I think is fine, and at number 1, he put Shohei Ohtani. I gotta say, I think we almost had all the same players inside our top 50. So quick look through, he did not have Jose Altuve. He did not have Willy Adames in his top 50. He did not have Marcell Ozuna in his top 50. No Steven Kwan. Wow. No Steven Kwan love from Foolish. Think he's a top 50 player. I'm shocked. No Spencer Strider love. Again, this is because he has to do with the WAR projections. And no Max Muncy. Otherwise, I think we had 40 to 45 of the same players in our top 50. Just a couple of ball knowers making YouTube videos out here. Shout out to Foolish Baseball. Love the Foolish 50 every single year. Again, make sure you click the link in the description to his channel, to his video. He is so close to 100K on that channel. Let's go ahead and give him an influx of subs. If you're not yet subbed to that channel over there, I don't know what you're doing. Go subscribe to Foolish Bailey. Drop a like on the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel now, too. I'll say it at the end of the video. I wasn't going to say it at the beginning. Got to give all the love to Foolish. Opening day is just around the corner, or it might even have happened already. I don't know when this video is coming out, but it should be coming out soon. And that's where I'll wrap it up. You guys know the drill from here on out. YouTube recommends you watch this video. This is my most recent upload. Click through those if you have not yet seen them. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you all on the next video. Bye.